was a Big Brothers bit on the side, and it's the 5th eviction of the series! We've got to get right on with it and meet tonight's panel. Now, I'd never leave you. I love 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 you. Please don't leave me. It's Vanessa Feltz! Now, our next panellist, what can I say? Other than, I love you. I love you. I really love you. Please don't leave me. It's BB13's Caroline! And finally, he's been out of the house for a week and he's been doing his best to avoid the skid marks of society, but unfortunately, he has had to come here tonight. It's last week's evictee, who I love. It's Matthew! So much love! So listen, let's get down to business. Vanessa, did the right person go tonight?
I think probably yes. I think the thing that the British public doesn't like is people who are not true to themselves. So if you come in one person, you've pretty much got to stay that person. You can't switch. Even if you think it's going to be for your own good, even if you think you're suddenly going to get down with the cool cats and you weren't at first, I get why she did it. I understand why. Because she didn't want to be left out, she didn't want to be an outsider. That's perfectly natural, but it doesn't play well because it looks so terribly insincere.
So I think and that's a really fair point that
she picked a real bum crowd to get in with. She just chose the wrong people. She chose the most repugnant people in the house.
Matt,
that was a dumb move.
I completely agree. I couldn't take one of my friends going. Helen is the end game. Helen needs to be taken down. I couldn't bear the thought of Ashley going. And Jaleh, unfortunately, lost herself in the process. She became friends with the wrong people. She lost sense of who she was, and I think the right person went.
Caroline, why do you think she went?
I think the general public are a bit familiar.
She is so posh. Oh, Caroline.
Stop it.
Two worlds are meeting tonight on this show.
So I think they're like overly familiar with the whole like I'm really upfront, like I'm down to earth, I say it how it is, I say it to your face, and I think it's tiresome and boring, and it's been done before. And I think that Ashley was quite sweet, although like many people are like, who is Ashley?
Yeah.
I think that I'm
not
glad
so much
she stayed.
now. The last couple of weeks, I think we all know who Ashley is now.
She kind of moulded into her dressing gown though. Like all I've ever seen her in is the pink fluffy dressing gown.
Not no more. She give it up in the task, didn't she? That goes the ad gone. Guys, what are we making of Jaleh's eviction tonight?
I think it was the right choice. I wasn't shocked tonight to see her go. I think that, as Vanessa has said, she's shown her true colours. If you're going to have a personality, then go and show your own personality. Don't swap and change and chop and change and then expect the public to keep you in. I think she was shocked to go tonight herself.
She was shocked.
Yeah, I think she was shocked.
I think she's only human, and if we're all in that environment and we're all under pressure, I think you would be a bit scared and you would kind of go towards the cool guys, especially if you feel that kind of way. I just think she would have done what we all would have done.
I've got to say, on a really important note, that is a lovely fringe, girl. That is a lovely fringe right there. Vanessa, obviously lots of reasons coming out why people think Jaleh's gone tonight. What do you think is the main reason?
I think the main reason is that she backed the wrong horse with Helen, and I say the word horse advisedly. I think she wasn't bright enough to see what we are seeing and what we can all see, and that just shows such a massive error of judgment. Also, she was a bit unpleasant to little Chris. Yes, and everyone likes little Chris.
Yeah.
Don't mess with little Chris. Don't trifle with him, because we were not going to like you if you do that. She made a few, pretty crucial errors in judgment. That's all it really was, I think.
Matthew, do you think the House are going to be really shocked that Ashley didn't go tonight?
I think they will be. I think that they view everyone who's not friends with Helen as being a bad person. I think they'll be shocked that Jaleh went, but that's their downfall.
Caroline, let's move on from Jaleh for a second, because we pretty much saw Stephen and Kimberly go. I tell you what, that's the first time I've heard Channel 5 go, serious sexual intercourse scenes coming up. Caroline, are you surprised?
I'm absolutely under no circumstance surprised. So Stephen suffers from chronic, emotional diarrhea, as you said earlier, the I love you, Like, he's met this girl on a game show. He's known her for a month. They're competing against one another to win 100 grand. And he thinks that they're going to get married. And he's basically proposed on the show. Like, the guy's delusional. Like, I am not surprised that he thought it was appropriate to have sex on national television and thought that he would have respect and dignity afterwards and run a business.
Do you know what? It sounds like such a naughty thing when Caroline says it. It's like,
It is naughty. And she's a Playboy bunny, so, like, I'm not surprised is the answer.
Well, Matt, what did you make of seeing it tonight at the end of the show? You know, if you were still in there, you would have been in the bed next to him as well.
I'm very,
I was
very
expecting
glad.
Helen to be like one eye open, like she always has been.
I'm very, very glad I wasn't in the bedroom to see it. I'm going to go around to Stephen's house when I see him, and I'm going to bang his head against the wall and be like, she's playing you. I don't know why you did that,
Do you
Stephen.
think she is? Do you think she's playing him?
Absolutely. I think
Why?
she is. I think she knows what she's doing. She's a clever girl. She's in there for a job. She's playing Stephen. She's taking advantage of his emotional vulnerability. And he needs someone to hit him and be like, Stephen.
She also has a
Not
boyfriend.
sure about
I
that.
think
What I
so.
would like to say to Stephen, on behalf of his family, of his friends, of his grandmas and grandpas and uncles and aunties and his headmaster at school and his next door neighbours, for God's sake, think about everybody else, mate. You might want to give her one. Contain the urge.
Do you know what, though?
Contain the urge.
In all fairness,
Please.
you know what?
Please.
I know what you're saying, but we did have his mum on the show earlier on in the week with the old other little what happened in the bed, and she was like, "Oh, do you know what? You know, he's a guy, and you know, I think they're all right with it. You know,
You can be all right with it. Think how we feel about imagining our parents doing
All
it.
right,
Now
let's
imagine
move
your
on. Let's
children
move on.
doing it.
That's
Terrible. No
but
one's
listen,
all right with it.
Obviously, to us, it looked like they sealed the deal in tonight's show. Is it going to work out after?
No way. They are playing against each other. They've both got a game now, and they're both playing against each other, definitely.
Does anyone think it will work out? No. Go on with your glittery bolero. Go on, girl.
Me bolero. Okay. But you know, I just think that those two have come together and they've shown
Come
love
together,
to each
you
other.
can say that again.
Let's calm down now. But I just think that the whole thing, people are just blowing out. They might go out for 6 years. They might go out for 2 months. It doesn't matter. Does it matter?
That was 2.5 minutes of disgusting horror. That's not going to work.
Right, listen, I've got to move on because I'll probably get a semi. Now listen, tonight Emma revealed that Armageddon is hitting the house on Monday. Vanessa, what do you make of it, babe?
Really good idea.
Yeah.
We're all going to hate it. Even the viewers are going to hate it. Don't you hate it when new people go in? You're like, who are you? Shove off. And then it gets all uncomfortable and all the assumptions you've made are just shot to hell and it's brilliant. Always
Do you know what?
brilliant.
Normally, I'm going to admit, I'm going to have my little 2 pennies worth here. Normally, I hate it. Halfway, you put some new ones
what
in.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you hate
oh,
it.
no, we've got our housemates. This is it. But this series, right, I don't know if anyone agrees with me. I know Matthew does. But this series, because it's so nasty in there, I think the introduction of new housemates is really going to change the whole house
Which is
dynamic.
great, isn't it? We could do with it,
Yeah, it
frankly.
needs changing.
Caroline, do you think it's a nasty twist, though, putting people in at the
It's
stage?
absolutely a nasty twist. It's gonna rock the boat. And like obviously, like if someone's evicted like on the spot, do we know that?
Yeah.
It's
Someone's
like
gonna be evicted.
awful.
Terrible.
It's like not ideal in any respect.
Do you know what? We've only got 3 days to wait. Let's give a round of applause. Give a bit of clap there. I like that. Now listen, tonight has already been action-packed. We've said goodbyes, we've prepared for hellos, and we still haven't reached our climax. Stephen and Kimberly up. But one person that is keeping me up all night is here. Give it up for Mrs. Emma Willis. Oh, mood is that? You look lovely.
So are you.
You look stunning. How are you? Did you like the song?
What was it? I could have so loud, the audience.
So play it again. Let's play it again.
Ah! there's a pic. Oh, no, don't sing. Oh, no, I can, because we've got it, yeah. Random and a face,
And
yeah.
for those of you at home that don't know, who's that?
That's my husband.
That's
singing.
us! We love Matt Willis.
That solo career that slipped away.
Oh, don't be horrible. We love the solo career. Fifth Eviction of the series.
I know,
How was
yeah. Do you know, it was great. It was great fun. We're heading into a great week of Big Brother, I think. Jarlath, it was a tough one this week, I think, wasn't it? It was either her or Ashley, I think. Yeah. And I didn't really want to see I didn't want to see any of the four that were up go.
Yeah.
Because Chris and Christopher, I think, are really nice. Jarlath, I think, adds quite a good thing to the house, and Ashley is good.
To see her go?
Well, no, as I said, I thought it would be one of the two girls. Because the boys haven't done enough, I think, to annoy anyone enough to pick up the phone and evict them.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Jarlath's had the whole switching friendship groups, and Ashley we've seen being quite vocal. So I think that's kind of more of a reason for people to probably pick up the phone.
Was she all right during the interview?
She was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, she was really, really good. She, you know, she loves to talk, Jarlath. So let me tell you, those 10 minutes you got to chat to her, you probably get 3 questions in.
Yay! Well, listen, one thing that we've been debating tonight already is where we think it went wrong for Jarlath. Now, we've got a number of things that people are saying. Where do you think it went wrong?
Someone just said Chris in the audience. Maybe it is that, because I think he is quite well liked. He hasn't done anything to offend anybody. She was quite suspicious of him. Probably the shift in the friendship group as well. But I spoke to her about it tonight, and she said, you know, when she went in there, they were the kind of people she hangs out with.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let her in. So, you know, I suppose it's quite difficult, because you may see a group of people who you know are your type of people, but they've been warned against you by, like, the mama of the house, and they won't let you anywhere near them.
But one thing she
and
said...
it took her to show herself in a task that she was quite ballsy, and she was upfront, and she is quite a good, honest person.
Yeah.
For them to go, all right, we misjudged you, you can come and be our friend
She's now turned around, obviously, after the first couple of weeks that she had in that house, and she's turned around in the dining room and said, I can relate to Helen. Has that shocked you?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because we haven't lived there, have we? You know, we've seen an hour a night, whereas she has lived there. She's been through a really horrible time with Helen, and they've made friends, and then she got quite close to Helen. So for me to say, oh, I'm quite surprised because Helen's this and Jarlath's that, I don't know them. Yeah. I know what you lot know, so I can't judge them on like a friendship when I haven't been in there with them. So.
Well, there's no pussyfooting around the situation, shall I say. Let's talk about tonight's reality. There's nothing really to say.
Let's not talk about the end. Let's not talk about the end.
Do you think he loves her?
Because I just felt a bit sick.
Yeah, but do you think he loves her? Do you think, like, you know, all of this, it's all a bit... but
like,
are we going to...
Like a puppy and a chair leg.
What? Don't say... I don't make that noise, all right?
Yeah, you do.
Is it going to end all right, do you think?
I don't think it will last, no. I think, I don't know, again, whether I think he genuinely likes her. I think he is somebody that is ambitious and likes to achieve. We know that about his job and in his life. He owns a company, he's got the car, you know, what else is there left to do? Go on Big Brother. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the first person to shag in Big Brother as well.
You can imagine
do you know, you can just,
saying.
you know, he likes to, he's a doer.
He's a doer.
He's literally
and he did
a doer. Yeah. But do I think he is obsessed with her and really likes her? Absolutely, because she is a very good-looking girl. I'm
just being told in my ear, could you possibly recreate the face you made in your dressing room earlier when you first watched that bit of reality? Could you do it for us, straight down the leg?
Like a bit like that.
Well, listen, my eyes. On Monday, Big Brother Armageddon is launching. What do you make of the twist?
You went very Jim Carrey on me just then with the face and everything.
I haven't really rehearsed that today.
I think it's brilliant. Well, I love a surprise eviction because very rarely now can you surprise them with an eviction because they're just so savvy and we've been on for such a long time that everyone knows on a Wednesday there's probably going to be a midweek. But it's a Monday, which is quite nice, and it's you know, going to kind of like what we did with Lee Ryan in January. It is like an eviction. They're going to someone's going to come out. So I think that's going to be very good. And then...
We've got,
look at the background!
We've got some new housemates.
And then we've got 3 newbies going in.
But how do you think the house are going to react to that? Because I think it was Helen...
Oh, well, they're going to hate it,
Well,
aren't
Helen
they?
said to Christopher, if new people walk in, I will not like it.
Well, I think it depends, doesn't it? I think probably that group, they are the majority and they're quite strong, so they're probably not going to like any newbies coming in. But then you have people like Chris and Christopher and Danielle and probably and Ashley, and Marlon, now that he's kind of been cast aside as well, they'll probably welcome it. And Mark, because he is just a kind of people person anyway that just flutters around. And Winston. I've kind of named all of them, haven't I?
Have we got any more? But listen, quickly.
And Kimberly.
Come on, you must know something about these newbies. Don't lie to my face. You must know something.
I'm just looking
Don't
at the
look
box
around.
over there to see if I'm getting
no, Dennis, you can shake your head. Come on, tell me something. Give me a clue.
There's 3 of them.
Lionel Blair.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, we know there's 3.
Oh, is there anything else? Yep, just the 3 of them. There's
Just
3 of them!
Get up on the list. All right, I'll put you on top. Listen, there's a chance for you lot at home to get involved with the show tonight. We've put a poll on our mobile app and we want to know, will Stephen and Kimberly still be together after Big Brother?
They'll be together till we've had a few weeklies. A few weekly mags come out.
Well, it's funny you say that. Watch the news at the end of the show. If you don't already have the app, search for it in the App Store and the results will be given at the end of tonight's show, just after the news. Coming up with Fifth Evictee, Jarlath's going to be here to dish the dirt on all of our housemates. Don't go anywhere. See you after this. To Big Brother's bit on the side, and we are the show that knows how much Stephen loves Kimberly. Let's have a look in the house and see how they're coping with Jarlath's departure.
Don't you push your tights back now?
You've got to unpack all of that shit again.
What?
You've got to unpack all of that shit again.
I have to go through this all next week again.
Unless you get the power.
Want the fucking power.
If you get the power, please, you know who to just put as a killer nomination.
Huh?
If you get the power, just put me as killer nomination.
No.
Don't be... Why are you?
Shit like that is honestly think to yourself, fucking hell.
Trust me, there's more people probably want it than you.
Yeah.
You've been...
She got booted.
No, I know, but it's because she's made friends with someone who did everyone over. Guilt by association, you should know more than anybody.
Yeah, but do you think really that he's perceived, if he was that bad, he would have got booed over me? Why the fuck did I get chanted that bad and he didn't? Can't be that bad, Helen.
She was the spiritualist destined to be up every week, but this has been the week that Jarlath has been exorcised from the Big Brother house. So set your tasers for stun. It's your Fifth Evictee, Jarlath! Oh, Jarlath.
I know.
There's so many people gutted your ears
Aww,
tonight. There really,
that's
really
sweet.
is. How are you feeling?
I'm in shock, mate. No, I'm a bit numb. There's quite a lot going on. So, yeah, no, I'm quite secretly pleased because I get to see what's been going on that I've been missing.
Well, you'd missed
Goodness
something last
me.
night.
Goodness me. I'm dying to hear about this. Yeah, so I'm just, I don't know, I'm a bit sort of mixed feelings. I'm a bit gutted that I'm out, but kind of relieved, I think, as well, a little bit. It's weird.
Yeah,
bit
no,
of a
it's
mixed
a funny
bag.
feeling.
Yeah,
It's a funny feeling.
definitely.
Where do you think it went wrong for you? What do you think it was that got you out?
I think mine and Helen's relationship, possibly. The fact that probably I gave her the time of day. Yeah, I just hate animosity. It just gets to the point where it's just so uncomfortable in there. It's really hardcore sometimes. So you just kind of really try to sort of get your head down. And also, I think sometimes when you have real hard feelings towards someone, it can kind of eat you up anyway. And when you're in that kind of pressurised environment, it's like harder. So, and I do recognise qualities in Helen that I have. So, I feel like a bit of I was open-minded about people usually. I try to be.
Well, listen, let's go back to the beginning. Pauline gave you the killer nom. Do you think you'd still be sat here tonight if you didn't have that?
I'm not sure, actually. I think Pauline was a very strong voice in the house, and then obviously, naturally, I think because her closeness with Pauline potentially was always not particularly happy about me, so I don't know. Probably, I mean, from the sounds of, obviously the relationship between me and Helen, it was always kind of quite tough, so probably, if it had been someone else, I'm sure she would have focused on me a bit as well, I'm not sure.
Well, listen, let's go back to day two, because Pauline's, I think, major beef with you was that you allegedly eye-rolled her on launch
goodness
night.
me, how dare
Did
I?
you?
I have no idea.
Because we didn't see it!
Who the hell, that's a disgrace. So how dare I eye-roll someone? No idea, I'm a bit scared now, no. Maybe
because
I did.
there was so much eye-rolling chat going on and none of us saw it.
I don't know, that's slightly disconcerting. I don't know where my eyes are going.
So you purposely didn't not eye-roll her?
If I did, then I'll genuinely
It's
am
not something you
surprised.
remember?
No, definitely
No,
not.
well, at least we've cleared that.
No, definitely not.
We've got the eye-roll out of the way.
Yeah.
But listen, one thing that you were the queen of the underdogs, if you like, and you championed, other people who didn't fit in and stuff like that. Then you've got Helen and Ash, who were sort of, quite powerful. They're in their own clique and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think they're the most powerful couple in there?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why?
Mainly because of the fact that their allegiances to one another are the strongest in the house. They will not. I think these are the only two people that would not potentially swap sort of finalist positions or nominate. I think everyone else potentially could be movable.
Yeah.
Within that, the
But you
dynamics
think
definitely.
their
They're
position is
strong.
solid?
Helen will defend Ash to the death almost. And I think Ash probably would with Helen, because I know a few times when Helen's acted quite badly, Ash defends it, and I just think, well, what have you just watched? Because I've seen something different.
Well,
really,
you started getting quite friendly with them after you heard someone shout over the wall that Chris was the secret powerhouse mate, and we can tell you that he was the secret powerhouse mate. You were right. Was that a bit of a turning point for you when you heard that?
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest with you, it was the fact that I felt like a lot of responsibility was on me from hearing it, that if I told everyone else, it would just be kind of perceived as shit stirring.
Yeah.
And if I didn't tell everyone else, I'd be a liar. And quite frankly, obviously that's not the best position to be in. But I felt that was up to him to decide what he wanted to do. And actually, I've got to remember it, this is part of the game that he's been asked to do. So I can't really, the only way, it was the way he responded to that, saying, if you don't, if you tell everyone, I might as well be taken out of here. That's when I didn't really feel comfortable how he spoke to me.
But do you not think, obviously, from the viewer's point of view, we'd seen you confide in Chris, we've seen Chris confide in you, Helen, Ash, they called you some nasty names in that house.
I didn't know they called me Slugsworth.
Yeah, they called you some really nasty names in there. They really,
I honestly didn't know
did.
I was getting called a slug.
Well, they
that
did,
shocked
and
me.
then obviously, Chris then sees that you're friendly with them and stuff like that. Can you see how
Now
Chris
I
maybe
do.
looks? You felt that he was really betrayed by you?
Yeah, I mean, now I've kind of pieced everything together, because me and Helen did have a chat, and I just said to her, just so you're aware, this is kind of what I've said about you.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm really sorry about everything I said about you. She didn't specify what it was, and obviously I've just found out. So I've caught now, objectively, I can look in on it and understand completely why he's a bit not
I think
happy
when you
with
watch
me.
it back, I think you will maybe
I'll get it.
reevaluate some of the things that happened and go,
Probably.
all right, now I understand
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
But listen, let's move on. Someone you did get on with was Danielle.
Yeah.
What did you make of her?
I'm dying to hear what your view on this is. She's a dark horse. Yeah.
Why?
Oh, did you not see the old candle incident in the? Did you not see that a few times?
What was that?
Well, would you like? I said to one of the dares was, Danielle, I think you should show some love to this candle, but instead of voicing your opinion, use your mouth to show the love you have. And she got stuck in straight away. Did
Well,
he
it's
need to ask
funny
this
that
twice?
you say that, Charlotte, because there's something that I want to show you. Take a look at this. That's Danielle that we know.
I knew she did lingerie modelling. I wasn't expecting that though.
What do you make of that? Because, as a housemate, good Catholic girl, family, strong values.
Oh,
and
she's
then we see
got
this.
it in her. Oh goodness, of course. I can tell with Danielle. Yeah, dark
Yeah?
horse, big time.
Oh.
That doesn't surprise me.
Do you think if we showed the other house, if we put that picture into the house,
They'd be shocked.
Really?
Yeah, they'd be shocked.
Maybe we should do
I think they would.
Let's move on to Ashley,
Yeah.
because she was booed last week, and yet she is still in there, and I know a
Yeah.
lot of the housemates are surprised by that.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that you're here and she's not?
Now that I've kind of got a bit more of an understanding about how kind of people are perceiving Helen on the outside, no. Because obviously Ashley will defend herself with Helen 100%, and I quite frankly, you know, life's too short to sit there and bicker with people stuck in a bloody house with them 24 hours a day. So she'll stand up for herself.
Yeah.
Ashley, do not underestimate Ashley. She will stand her
Do you know,
ground.
I think we did. I think
people
For the
do.
first couple of weeks we did
Yeah, she
underestimate her,
doesn't
and
care.
the last couple of weeks she's really come out of her shell. Have
Yeah.
you noticed that?
I've seen it from day, maybe second weekend, third weekend. She'll put her foot down.
Yeah.
She's got quite a lot of influence. I don't think people are underestimating her as well.
Well,
big
this is
time.
what we're saying, because this is probably the first series of Big Brother that we've all sat out here as viewers and watched and can't really see a clear-cut winner at
Okay.
the moment.
Winnie.
Everyone's got their opinions, but as a housemate, being in there, what's the general consensus in there about that?
That everyone thinks Winnie and Mark are
Yeah.
100% in it.
Winston and Mark.
And Mark. Yeah, Winnie's lovely. He's just very light-hearted, and you need that when it's a house full of very kind of conspiracy theorists. And obviously, yeah, Mark is... I do like Mark. He's quite aware of the cameras, though, and he's quite aware of how he's shown. But he's got a wicked sense of humour. I love Mark.
And
But
the housemates think he can win.
Mark and Winston, definitely. Yeah, the housemates are convinced with that, definitely.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's not that different on the outside. Let's move on to next week.
I've got them dying to hear this.
Oh my God, babe, you're going to love it.
Really?
Well, Emma announced tonight that
Yeah.
Armageddon Week is coming. How do you think the housemates are going to react with 3 new housemates?
It's going to kick off in there. It is absolutely going to... I cannot even describe. People are already cracking up in that place.
Oh, we can see it.
Yeah, Stephen's going to be pacing back and forward. Like, you know, he can't even handle Fridays when he's not up. So I don't know how Stephen's going to be able to deal with that.
Well, there was a lot of chance for him tonight.
Yeah.
Did you hear it? A lot of chance for him tonight.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to affect him quite bad?
Yeah, he is going to be going over that and over that and over that and over that and beating himself up, because I know what Stephen's like. 3 new housemates, good luck to them, because there's no way, I'll give it a week, in fact not even a week, a day, Helen won't like it. Helen does not trust anybody until you've known her for 5 weeks, and even then, every minute of every day, she will not, and if they're female, then you might as well write them off now. She does not like people she does not know. She's very, very kind of guarded with her trust, 100%.
We've got so much more coming for you after the break, but give it up for Jale, guys.
Thank you!
Still to come, some shocking news that happened at 6:10 this morning. 2 housemates got it on, and it wasn't Stephen or Kimberly. Did they, didn't they? You decide. We'll see you after the break.
I said this.
Do you know what? In all fairness, Charlotte, I think this is Channel 5's answer to QI. And actually, no, I mean Jeremy Kyle. I'm here with Charlotte, and she is all ready to answer some of your questions. So who have we got on line 1? Is that Charlie from London?
Hello?
Hi, Charlie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, babe. What's your question for Charlotte?
Jolly, who will you miss most from the house, do you think?
Kimberly.
Oh, why
Kimberly?
Kimberly?
Because she's quite level-headed. She's a bit of sanity in a quite insane house, to be quite honest with you. Although apparently I've missed a few things from last night, so maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. But yeah, she's just quite sensible in some respects. But no, I like Kim. I think she's a lovely girl. Love Kim.
Charlie, thanks for your call, babe.
Oh, it's okay.
Speak soon.
Bye.
Take care, babe. I believe next up we've got Rebecca from Romford. Go on, Romford. All right, Beck.
Hi there, Rylan.
Hi, babe. What's your
Hi,
question
Charlotte.
for Charlotte?
I'd like to ask Charlotte, how did you cope overall having the killer nomination? Because I think you came across as a real good sport.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind. Thank you. I kind of tunnel vision, a bit of sort of stubbornness, to be honest with you. I knew that it was the name of the game, and I just kind of didn't want to take it too seriously, because I think you get really disappointed when you leave like today. So yeah, I enjoyed myself as much as I possibly could, which I hope that came across. So, but I loved it. I had a brilliant time.
It certainly did. You became the public's favourite because of that lovely attitude.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Rebecca, thank you for your call,
Thanks,
babe.
Rebecca.
Take care.
Thank you.
And lastly, I believe we've got Emma on line 3. Hi, Emma.
Hey.
Hi. Do you know this person? Charlie, who is it?
Emma!
I know it's Emma. Who's Emma?
My mate Emma.
It's your mate Emma! Emma, what have you got to say to Charlie, babes?
My question for you is, you've had some really fun tasks in the house.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, did you have more fun body painting with Winston or in my house?
Emma, I love you to death, love, but Winston. I got stuck into that for a reason, love.
Emma, thank you for your call, babe. I'm sure she'll give you a ring in a bit.
Love you, bye!
Take care, That was nice for you, innit?
Thank you for
Little
that.
friendly chat.
Oh.
Well, listen, that is enough of the chat. Let's see what's going on in the house right now.
I've done something.
Matt fucking cursed one of us.
So, you know, I have to take responsibility for my actions. And obviously, maybe I come across too strong, and maybe I turned around and I said that maybe I turned around and I shouldn't have mentioned anything about the photograph. I should have sat down and said nothing. That's just me. I just don't like those kind of things. I should have maybe not put so much pressure on you about it. I don't know.
You didn't have pressure on me.
No, I know, but the public, you know what you felt like in the morgue? Think about the way that was cut and what you thought were there. Imagine if you were a viewer. You can understand to a degree. But at the end of the day, if I'm up next week, I will be going. You do understand that? Like, we need to both prepare ourselves for that eventuality. Unfortunately, as awful as it is, the likelihood is that if I'm up next week, I will be going.
That's true. It was some consideration.
Now it's time to hear from our panel and audience. Vanessa, what's your question for Charlotte?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say how lovely you're looking.
Oh,
you
thank
look so
you.
pretty.
Here.
And I'd also like to say that when your friend Emma phoned just now, suddenly your very cool, calm exterior seemed to crumble just a little bit. And I do know, because I've done the whole thing twice, when you're evicted, it's a pretty horrible feeling, isn't it? How are you really feeling on the inside?
I'm like a little dark underneath. My legs are sort of, I'm a bit gutted. I'm a bit upset, but I had a really good time, so I can't, I think tomorrow it'll start sinking in and stuff, but no, I'm secretly a bit gutted.
I think what we didn't get was, what did you see in Helen? You kept saying she was like you, but we didn't think that.
I know, 5 years, thank you though. No, she's, number one, I don't know if you saw me winding her up quite a few times, I quite enjoyed that, but I've got quite a few friends that are quite into the sort of that, up for a bit of a giggle, and they're quite boisterous and up for a laugh. And Helen and the people that kind of Helen were friends with are more my kind of people. Danny and Ashley, I mean, as much as they're sweet girls, it's I can't sit and analyse paper for 5 hours or makeup. It just kind of gets to the point. No offence, but I can't. It does get to that point where I kind of was switching off a little bit. And
that's exactly how I felt about Anthea Turner.
Yeah,
exactly.
I will have none of that on the show tonight.
She said, how many pairs of shoes have you
But
got?
that's about...
I thought, I'm going to kill them.
Matthew, what's your question for
I have
Charlotte?
two questions in one.
Go.
The first was, in my opinion, Helen treated you like absolute shit in the beginning. So why did you become friends with her? And then the second was that when you did become friends with her, did you ever worry that you would be disliked on the outside world?
Never. I go with my decisions and use my gut instinct on this. And I didn't know about the slug and Slugsworth. We did have a chat, and she did admit that she had said some certain things, and she apologised. For me, that's fine. If she truly meant that means quite a lot to me.
Do you think she truly meant it, Charlotte?
If she didn't, then I'm a bit of a more mug than I was. But I don't know. I think you've got to do what you've got to do in there. And quite frankly, any more of the kind of bitchiness, I can't be bothered with it. It just... It gets too much. It's very intense in there, and it's like a kind of the bandwagon scenario. One person doesn't like you, and that is it. You might as well just write yourself off.
Like harem, like a bit of an harem.
Definitely. And with Helen, I'm sure I think we've got similar qualities. I just thought I'd sort of see what she was about and then make a decision. But obviously, clearly, that's my downfall. But I had a good time.
Charlie, you're better than Helen.
Caroline, what's your question for Charlotte?
Okay, so partly maybe your downfall was that boasted about your relationship with this complete idiot, Marlon, quite a lot. We saw Marlon as this grunting guy in a hat, and he used to just make these comments towards women, and he'd watch them working out and be like, yeah, I am so cool, I am a lad. And you know, when he pressed that button, I just wanted to impress Ash and Winston. I mean, like, we thought he was an idiot, and we saw you being like, yeah, I'm really, really close to him.
Marlon.
Like, I love it. Like, what is it about him?
He's so, like, I think he's the kind of guy that until you actually kind of get to know him, he's got the biggest front on. And most people in that house do have fronts, because they're quite a vulnerable side to everyone. And if people want to disagree, that's entirely your choice. But Marlon does have a really sweet side to him. He's just got this kind of alter ego that is ridiculous, and I agree with that. And I told him that. But he's still a genuine nice guy, even though he did stitch me up this week.
I've got to get one quick audience question in. Karen, here you go, babe. Sorry, I've got to be really quick.
Do you think that you and the other housemates were mean to Marlon after the button task this week?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you think there was an overreaction there?
Massive overreaction.
You don't think
I thought it was an idiotic overreaction.
It's a game show.
It is. It's a bandwagon.
We made to walk the plank.
Yeah,
I thought it was ridiculous.
The bandwagon mentality in there is if one strong character in the house says rules, you might as well write everyone else off, because it is literally the mentality. In any decision, it's always that way.
Give him a round of applause. Sorry, we didn't well, listen, if you want to be a part of all of this lovely lot, you can. The details of how you can be here are on the screen now. Still to come, we'll be getting all the latest news, plus Matthew reveals his thoughts on the latest Will They, Won't They house romance. Ha ha! See you after this. The Big Brother's bit on the side. The show, do you know what? This show is a bit like pornography, you know? It's low budget, it's disgusting, but you still watch it every single night, don't you? Now for the final time tonight, let's see how everyone's coping with Jarlath's departure.
Oh, we're all just gelling together so well.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that.
We're doing well.
But you know what comes with that, don't you?
Yeah. Nomination.
More little.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Just the power and all this.
Do you think that's it for the killer?
Second week they haven't.
No.
What do you think? There'll be another killer now? No.
As long as she's got the finalist, there will be a killer, because it's got to be even.
There's got to be a killer. There's got to be.
I just thought the deal with the killer nomination was
what if you get me to pick someone?
Oh God!
Oh my! That will be. I think that is it.
Oh my God!
That might happen, you know.
You could do.
That will be it.
Are you?
Why me?
Pick you.
Why would they pick me?
To do it.
Why?
Because you got 5 fucking G's in your back pocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On you too, Matt.
Oh shit.
With pride.
Do you know what?
Well, that's what's going down now. But here's what they were getting up to earlier in the day. Here's the news. At 6:32 this morning, yet another pair of housemates were engaging in some undercover activities. Now, make of it what you will, we're still a little bit unsure. My breath smells really disgusting.
Oh, it's so cringy.
What are you making of that? I've got an earpiece in and all I can hear is...
I can't watch it. Steve is such a lovely boy. Just taking advantage. I need to...
That's
Steve,
not Stephen and Kimberly.
No. Oh no, it was Mark,
Mark and Chris.
I know. Do you know what? I knew from the beginning Christopher loved Mark. I knew it. But Mark, I'm like, he told me Christopher wasn't his type. I don't know what's going on.
He don't know what's
He's forgotten
going
about
on.
me already.
We're going to be watching that bed, don't you lot worry. At 11:51 this morning, Jarlath and Stephen bonded over a bit of tea leaf reading, although the message that came through seemed to throw a new name into the mix of evictees.
Right, just hold it like that and look into it, otherwise.
See? Oh, bloody hell.
What can you see?
I can see Chris. Yeah, look. So what's this show?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, did you see it?
Oh, shit.
It does, doesn't it?
Mark, I'm going to consult with my friends. Look in the bottom, what do you see? It's your koala.
Do you know what? I think that seems quite easy, so I'm going to have a little go. I can see that I think you need to wash your mugs out before you carry on doing that, guys, all right? Charlie! And finally, at 3:06 this afternoon, Winston and Ash sensitively spoke to Stephen about the manner of his relations with Kimberly. And as you'd imagine, it was a delicate topic that was handled with absolute subtlety.
How's Top Shagger over here?
I'm gonna kill Top Shagger! Top Shagger! Don't, because it makes people feel uncomfortable. I know, but they can hear you out there, can't they? You fucking muppet. Top Shagger. How disrespectful. Top Shagger. Why is everyone so concerned about my private life? It's not even fucking private anymore, is it? I fucking lost all respect.
There's no privacy in here.
You know what, I heard you the first night and no one heard you.
Did you?
Yeah, and I'm concerned if I thought it was just a bit of foreplay.
Yeah.
That you were going on. Was that right?
I can't say what I can't. I'm not going to be seen to be discussing it.
I thought I'd keep it on the lowdown, but...
It's lad chat.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do it because I get into trouble and I don't want to be seen to be talking about that kind of thing. All I can say is that I feel sick.
Top Shagger!
What? I keep calling me Top Shagger all the time.
Yay.
Yeah.
Top Shagger!
Do you know what? That's right, Stephen. A gentleman never kisses and tells. Unless you've been paid by a magazine. So we're looking forward to that in a couple of months, babes. And that's the news. Now, with all the latest news from the house, Vanessa and Caroline are up in the reality gallery. What's going on, girls?
Well, Ryland, the place is reverberating with the impact of the departure of Jarlath, and Ashley's saying, well, there is a silver lining to this because she has been desperate to see you, Ryland, deeply in love with you, and has been desperate to see you the entire time.
Oh, bless her.
Also, Marlon feels really bad that Jarlath was evicted. He says if anyone had to go, it should have been him.
Boy, press the button. It's a bit late for that, Marlon.
And Mark has been giving sage advice to Marlon. He says if you're up for eviction, all you should do is be yourself. But maybe he's taken that a little too literally already.
Maybe.
Also, Ash and Ashley were surprised that everyone got booed tonight. They wonder what the public must be seeing.
Well, they're not going to know until they get out. Give it up for them two, guys. Thanks, Ned. Thanks, Caroline. Lots of love. Now, listen, that might be all the housemates have to worry about for now, but they shouldn't be getting too comfortable.
It's a fucking joke.
Always in the right, always in the right, always in the right, always in the right, always in the right.
Fuck off, Helen.
Do you think about me? People don't realise that she can get upset as well.
You stupid twat!
I am really sorry for what I've done.
She's a pathetic excuse of a woman. Stephen could be doing so much better.
Do you know how many times I get treated like I'm a piece of meat?
That is all kicking off on Monday. Do not miss it. Ian, what's going down in digital?
Right, well, firstly, I've got to do a quick plug. Tomorrow, Jarlath will be joining us on Facebook to do a Q&A, 3:30 tomorrow, fb.com/bbuk.
Lovely. Poll?
Poll results, we asked, will Stephen and Kimberly still be together after Big Brother? The answer was no.
What, just
with
the generic?
90%.
We've got 20 seconds. Let's read some tweets.
Typical Blonde wants to know, if all the housemates were ice creams, who would you lick first?
Pistachio, but if I had to say a name, Winston.
Winston.
Come on. Winning!
Laura Miles, describe Helen in 3 words.
Powerful, honest, and explosive.
Give it up for Ian and Charlie, everybody. That's it. We are out of time tonight. Thank you to all of my guests and my audience. I'm going to be back here tomorrow where I'm going to be joined by Charlie, Ian and Louisa for a bit on the site. And just on a quick personal note, I want to say a massive, massive thank you to the Big Brother team this week. You have been absolutely amazing and I could not have done this week without you. So thank you. No.